Happy New Year! New project. I have been busy with Christmas, etc. But it is 9:30 at night on New Year's Eve, and I decided to repaint our bathroom sinks. Yay! So I moved everything off, and I am gonna do this Pinterest thing where you paint the countertops and then you cover it with polyurethane and then it looks like marble. So we'll see what happens. First step, sand it down. But look how gross it is. That's after I've cleaned it. I hate sanding so much. Look at the goosebumps. So I tried taping it, the corners. It's just coming off. So I'll wing it. Here comes the fun part. So I'm just using basic acrylic paints because the polyurethane is going to seal everything in anyway. We sanded it so it'll stick. I have a helper. Hi. Jeez. You're doing really good at painting that. Ella Rose, say hi.
Yeah, hi.
You're drawing a heart.
I paint your heart.
You're painting a heart. That's such a pretty heart. What do you have on your face?
I am salty. I am salty.
You frozen painting? So I'm trying this method where you take it like a paper towel, you bunch it up, and then you get a color on it, just a little bit of a color, and then you dab like that. Ella Rose was trying to help, but she started just rubbing it in. So maybe a 3-year-old can't do this project. I don't know. Don't touch it. Oh.
I touch it.
I'm not sure if the dabbing or if the swiping or on my counters. So I don't like how there's a gap right here. So tried Googling it, YouTube and everything. Couldn't find as to how people did that to make it look smooth without just buying a whole new countertop that had smooth edges, which is stupid. So I used wood filler. My wood filler was all dried out because I haven't used it in a while. Neighbors didn't have any. And so I just added water to it and mushed it around. That's what I do with dough in the kitchen. So that's clearly how it works when you're doing home improvement. We'll let that sit overnight to harden and dry, and then I'll sand it. And we'll see where it goes from there. I did finally get, aww, I say finally got, but I don't know, the painter's tape to stick to the wall. I think it was because it was wet from me wiping the dust off of it, even though it didn't feel wet. The tape must have thought that it was wet, and apparently the tape is as finicky as my 3-year-old and didn't want to do its job. So yeah, we'll harden and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so here's the progress for this moment. Looks like it worked. I've done my first coat of paint on it to cover up the yellow gross wood filler color. My dad was a little skeptical, especially since I had to revitalize my wood filler. But so far it looks like it's gonna work. I did, however, discover this spackle plus caulking stuff at the hardware store. The guy at Home Depot, it's really, you know, I look like a dumb blonde when I walk in there and I ask questions. I'm like, where is the stuff to like fill this whole thingy in my counter? And they look at me like I'm, your crown broke. It's okay, watch. It's pretty again.
Okay, I'm trying orange.
No, you don't paint with the orange one. That one's mine to paint with. You paint with the pink and blue and purple. Okay? So back to what I was saying. So I go in there and I'm like, this. So I mean, I have something to do with it. Them. Okay. Just a minute, honey. I'll fix it. I'm talking to myself on the camera. So, then he's like, oh, well, you need this. And logically, it doesn't really make sense to me. So I start asking questions back, and they finally realize that I might know maybe a tiny bit of what I'm talking about, and their expression changes, their look on their face when they're like, huh? Oh, okay, sure. And then they go on. It's just really, it's simultaneously frustrating and really exhilarating because I'm like, I had a smart question. That doesn't happen very often. Anyway, so I'm going to continue to paint this, give a little bit more to it, and then hopefully by the end of the night I can start doing my spongy colory technique thing because I'm really anxious to do that and move on with this because I spent 2 days in practice trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing mode.